Y'all know what's going on, man. Y'all see the hat. I got the LA Lakers hat on, and that's just because we about to talk about some LA Lakers and the problems. But mainly, we about to talk about some Russell Westbrook problems. But before all that, I want y'all to hear this quote that Russell said after the blowout loss from Milwaukee Bucks, where he didn't play in the fourth quarter. Listen to this.
What benchmarks you have to hit to be in the starting line or the closing lineup more consistently?
For me, I don't got that answer for you, brother. I wish I did. I shouldn't have to hit any benchmark, to be honest. I put a lot of work and I got a lot of respect in this game. I don't have to hit a benchmark. I shouldn't have to. I earned the right, to be in closing lineups. I mean, numbers will tell you. I don't have to explain that. But like I said, once again, that ain't my decision. That's his decision that and the staff think is best for the game. And unfortunately, just gotta go with it and figure it out the best way I can and be there for my teammates as much as I can and make sure I come into work and do my job as a professional.
Lil shot in there at Frank Vogel. That's his decision. That's what he thinks. Isn't that your coach? Coach Frank Vogel? Is that professional? Now, why isn't Russell Westbrook playing in the fourth quarter? He might be injured, right? No, he ain't injured. Is it because he's shooting 66% from the free throw line? Is it because he's a horrible three-point shooter? Not a three-point shooter, a horrible shooter. Is it because he's turnover prone? Or is it because he doesn't play any defense? On ball, off ball, transition. No. Maybe because he's probably missed the most layups in the world. Not joking. Leading the league in turnovers, but you know what? I don't even want to go on all the stats no more. I want to just go on the eye test and I want to break down this quote that some of the words he said when the reporter asked him this. I earned my right in this lead. I had respect in this lead to play. I shouldn't have to hit any benchmark. The entitlement. This is because young Russ still thinks he's young Russ. He's earned that. He's former MVP Russ. First ballot Hall of Famer Russ. He's multiple All-Star, multiple All-NBA team Russ, right? You're not that no more, Russ. And when you come to the realization that you're not that, you'll succeed and you'll prolong your career and play even longer after this $47 million next year when it's off the books. We'll see if you still think it like that. I earned the right, the entitlement with the Lakers. You haven't earned the right with the Lakers. You earned the right with OKC. Houston. I ain't gonna even say Washington because that was a failed season. You've been on 4 teams last 4 seasons. OKC, Houston, Washington, not the Lakers. The Lakers looking to get rid of you reportedly. Report came out the day that the Lakers have realized that it ain't gonna work. Duh. Everybody realized that before the year. LeBron and Russell is not a fit. Now we know off the court LeBron had to pull a trigger on this. Rob Pelinka had to make the final decision. Jeannie Buss had to okay it. AD had some say in it. But at the end of the day, the trade is done. You can't undo that. All you could do is try to get off them now. And they would want to, or they not winning the championship. Probably not even making a playoff. We talking about the championship. They in the playing right now, but it's just been a horrible season. And a lot of people want to talk about, oh, Russ got to be the first or second option. He was the second option when LeBron was out and it was just him and AD. How's the record? He was the second option while AD went out. It was just him and LeBron. What people were saying, oh, LeBron just got to do everything. He pulling all the workload. Russell, you have to realize you are not the player you think you are no more. You always been turnover prone. You led the lead in turnover the last 4 to 5 years in the league. You're leading the league now by a large margin. This gotta stop. The stubbornness, bro. This is. I read this quote and I almost went crazy because I've earned the right to play. What? No, you haven't. You've been bad, bro. And the Lakers have a few problems, but you're the biggest problem. If I'm the Lakers, I'm calling Houston. Doo-doo. Y'all still gonna do that John Wall trade with me for Russell Westbrook? I'll give you 2 seconds. If If y'all want the 2 seconds, I don't care. I'm going to give you this 2027 first round pick. It can be protected. Top 14 protected, top 10 protected. But we got to get off him. The defense, watch tape on his defense, y'all. The off-ball defense, the on-ball defense is just no effort. Russell is the player who's, if he's not scored on offense, he doesn't want to get effort. I watched the game last night with the Bucks, and I'm looking at the game, and I'm just saying, all right. Of course, he's going to stat chase to get his rebounds. Can't stat chase with assists, I guess, because they got to make shots. But I'm looking at him grab a rebound at the free throw line. AD's about to grab it. He sneaks under and grabs the rebound. AD looks a little like it's just little nuggets that I catch during the game when watching the Lakers. But Russell Westbrook needs to be traded, and I think he's going to come to a realization next summer when the the free agency market he's going to have when he's a free agent is going to be slim. And if it's not slim, it's going to be a big market, but for not the money he thinks he's going to get in 2 years. Nothing close to $47 million per year. It might be a $47 million total contract for 3 years or 2 years, something like that. But this what makes him so criticized, and I think it has a lot to do with the LA pressure because the $47 million. I was talking to my buddy about this. Malik Monk is valued at $1 million. Ask a lot of teams who would they rather have. Malik Monk at $1 million or Russell Westbrook at $47 million. The Lakers have a problem on their hands, and they better be calling Houston Rockets, the Knicks, if they could get Kemba, Fournier, and Alec Burke, package that up and get that over here. But they would want to be calling the Rockets about John Wall. John Wall hasn't played too many games in the past 2 years, I think. But addition by subtraction. Addition by subtraction. It's bad watching Russ, bro. And I don't even want to get on Russ about being his player, but about being a man, because I don't know him as a man. I'm just talking about on the court. I don't know the man off the court. I don't know none of that. I'm talking about on the court. His play is bad. How do you get worse as a player? You become a worse free throw shooter. You become a worse shooter overall, and the turnovers still stay high. He's make the same decisions every game. That has me thinking: are you working on your game? LeBron improved his free throws this year. He was in the high 60s last couple seasons. He's up in the 70s now. They have to overcome Russell Westbrook to win. You shouldn't have to overcome your own teammate to win a game. And you wondering why Frank Vogel taking you out the fourth quarter. You're a liability on offense. You're a liability on defense. No defense at all. That's what gets Frank Vogel. Because he's the defensive coach. Missed shots he could deal with. But if you ain't going to give him no effort on the defensive end, you got to go, bro. And Rob Pelinka, you want to be calling up Houston and trying to get John Wall. Something you probably thought you were never going to see in the beginning of the year. Y'all have to cut your loss with Russell Westbrook. I know it's hard because y'all just traded for him in the offseason. Y'all claim y'all traded a lot. KCP, Kuzma, and Montrezl Harrell for Russell Westbrook. And y'all don't want to look like fools if y'all trade him again for John Wall and have to give up a first or some seconds. Do it if you want a chance at anything this season. Because with Russ, obviously it don't work. We know that ain't fit. Everybody knew that before the season. Even non-fans, Russell Westbrook and LeBron, oh, hell no. Lakers, y'all know I said Houston, we have a problem. The Lakers going to be calling Houston, be like, Houston, we have a problem. Can y'all take Russell off our hands? This might be the first time two players was traded for each other in NBA history, but man. Lakers, Rob Pelinka, LeBron, I know you probably love Russ as a man and off the court, but that don't have nothing to do with on the court. It's the problem with players liking each other on the court, because when Russ has a bad game, with the players say what they're supposed to say. Oh, yeah, keep shooting. You don't supposed to keep shooting. That's not his strength. He doesn't fit on his team. It's not all Russ' fault, but his poor play doesn't help. I think he's the worst field goal percentage in February. At least qualified. This is why you can't have players intervening with getting other players, because when they play poorly, they still come behind them and endorse them after a game, endorse them and coddle them after bad games. When they been having a bad season, you can look at 50 plus games. Russ probably had 5 good games. It's sad, bro. I've earned the right to play in the fourth quarter. On that note, man, I'm out. I'm done with this hat too. Bye, man.